guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Lerato Makhabane and this is my YouTube channel. Do you guys know the pain of being in a relationship with someone and then you plan with no, this is not working out, let me call it quits, but then at some point you are like, no, this person is going through 1 2 3 and 4, so hence I can't, and then boom, out of nowhere the person dumps you first, while when we're trying to be considerate. Well, that once happened to me. Let me tell you guys what happened. And so there was this guy that I met on Facebook. We started chatting, we started getting closer and closer. And at a time, I had just moved in with my dad. But then the area in which I was staying before, he stays there. It happens that he stays there. And so we started chatting, somewhere along the lines, we started catching feelings. And then we decided, let's let's just make this thing official. And so that was the case. Okay, then boy started posting. At the time he was going through some things, and now I just happened to be there. And so sometimes you fall in love with someone that comforts you, or you tend to like them and then you confuse it with love. And so guys started posting on my wall, on my Facebook wall, you know and he started posting some sweet stuff and stuff, and I wasn't used to that. And at the time I was a fan of keeping a relationship private. Well, I can't call that thing a relationship. Let me just call it 2 minutes flirtation, a flirtationship. And then what happened is that we finally got to that stage whereby we were like, let's meet up. And so we decided which we're gonna meet, but then it was a pity because he couldn't come to my place or to my area, the area in which, around my area, not my place but my area, because at the time I was like 15. I was way too young. And so okay, I was like, you know what, the plan is for me to go and visit my relatives so that I can get to see you. And so I asked my dad for cash, and then I told him, I also want to do my hair there, so I need to go. And so my dad was like, ah man, it's fine, it's chilled. And so I went there, and then I think I saw the guy the following day, and I was like, okay, we kind of like had to cut short the hours because now I had some things to do as well back home. I had to help with some things, so I had like an hour to just meet up with him and then go back home. It was good. I guess at some point we fell in love with the moment and stuff, and then we decided, we'll meet the following day, of which we did, ne? And then at some point after we met, I started realizing, I'm coming from a place of loneliness, because at the time I used to date guys and they just to chat with them. It wasn't like real dates or relationships we are making it official or whatsoever, no. Or we'd make it official via social platforms, and that was the case. And so I was like, no, I can't, no, I cannot. And so a part of me was like, you know what, after obviously I had gone back home, I was like, I think I'll have to end whatever is happening between this guy and I, before it escalates, and because I can't. But now we are closer to writing exams and all that. So, and besides, he also had he was also still at school at the time. And so I was like, no, he's probably gonna fail his exams or whatsoever, because I feel like he's way too deep into this, so I didn't want to distract him. I was just being considerate. Okay, fast forward and then he started posting things on my Facebook. Heavy things, calling me his soulmates, and don't. Of which, at the time, I think that was the time in my life where I was like, ah, man, if this is how he feels, if he feels Uguti, I'm his soulmate, then this Soulmate shit does not exist. It really doesn't exist, because now the feeling is not mutual. I was a strong believer, Wuti, if someone was a soulmate, the feeling had to be mutual. And so I was like, nah, 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 no, and then I had to like reprimand him. I was like, no, you know what, I've got family members on Facebook, here on Facebook and stuff. And so it this thing has to stop. You please don't post deep things on my wall. And at the time I had this other friend of mine which I met through Facebook, obviously, and we were close. We had a brother sister kind of thing going on, and he'd post on my Facebook, I'd react, we'd talk and stuff. So when guy notices that, and then he got jealous. He was like, I think you are dating this guy. um yeah, he started thinking, Guti, maybe I'm dating this guy, hence I don't want who happens to be my friend. I don't That means I don't want him to notice Guti. I'm trying to like hide him and whatsoever, and that was the case. Okay. And then I started spending my data on other things, just to like take a break from Facebook and stuff, and besides, exams were approaching at a time, so I had to spend more time with my books, because at the time I was in grade 10. Yeah, and you guys know, like, it starts getting hectic once you get into grade 10. And so yeah, I took a break. And so one time, I was like, maybe this guy is not such a bad guy. Maybe it's me acting up on. And so I then decided, Ruth, man, let me just, we haven't chatted in a while. And at the time, I used to love illustrations, graffiti and all those things. So I scribbled something for him, which I was planning to post on his wall. And so something was like, okay, I got on his, something was like, I should like check his thing, I should like check his what, Facebook or whatsoever. And so before before like before obviously posting. And so I went there, how mangitla poison. I saw this post which was posted on his timeline. People were like, oh, congratulations, umphathe kahle. Oh my god. I'm like, yay, this could be me. Maybe ukhohle ukumtega, I'm sure he's still going to tag me. I checked, hi ngangena kule wall, guys, and I'm like, huh? Then I saw this other girl, because it's all nice. Oh, I love you, Gunabo, I love you, I love you. Oh, you're the sweetest thing I've ever met. And I'm like, what? I thought I was the one. I thought I was the girl. How? Oh boy, Kanti, oh boy has moved on, just like that. And I'm at that time, I'm not even aware. And I was a strong believer of Uguti. If you don't just leave, you end things with a person decently, so to avoid the awkwardness through the years, maybe when you guys happen to meet or whatsoever. Hi, Lomuntu. And so I Magniti, yeah, like the cousins, the sisters were commenting, but hey, and patane kahle and all that, you guys take care of each other, and don't, hopefully one day we'll meet. I was like, I could deep kushushu up. Okay. And then I decided, to put my pride aside. I inboxed the guy and I was like, yeah, what is happening? What is this? And then he was like, oh, sorry. The thing was that you've been away for a long time. And mind you, the day I saw the post, and the day I was planning to post something on his wall was the very same day I had I had to study for maths, because the following day I was writing. It was maths paper 2 or 1. I'm not sure. Guys, I gotta pause this for now. And so yeah, I had to I had to study for my exam. So I was like, why not take a break and post this on his timeline? It was more of like a sweet gesture. Guys, oh boy, was in a relationship, Mina, and there were high chances of me posting that without checking his timeline. So imagine the embarrassment that could have taken place, And so I confronted him, I was like, dude, I'm seeing this. What is this? And he was like, no, sorry, you've been away for a long time. And so I was planning to tell you, but I didn't know how to, you know, um, besides, I thought you were in a relationship with that male guy who normally posts on your wall or whatsoever. Hey, I'm like, yo, Jesus guy. Now my nerves, And then I was like, oh, okay, then it's fine. I remember saying, Uguti, I can't be the only one holding the skipping rope. I can't remember what I said, but then it had to do with being like, Uguti, I can't be the only one who wants to be in a relationship. I can't be in a relationship alone, because clearly you've chosen already, and so I'm calling it quits. Let's just call it quits. And he was like, Kidney, hey, are you going to give up on us just like that? At home. I mean, like, dude, you are in a relationship already. You've already made it official on social networks. What else am I supposed to do? It was just one of those things. I was like, hey, this guy has the nerve. But then the most hurtful thing wasn't that he moved on. The most hurtful thing was that I was planning to dump him first. But I ended up shifting the date, because at the time I think it was September, October there, and then I was like, in 2 months time I'll go back. I'll go visit my relatives, and then I'll ask that we meet up so that I can like do the dumping. Since we had exams and all those things, Kantuka had other plans, yo. And so that was the most hurtful part. And yeah, and so I think that was the most hurtful thing, because I remember the following day we guys met. Yo, hey, being again, I tried studying, but I couldn't stop crying. Well, I tried, to study and all that, but at least we had other papers to write. Remember, Gumet, you normally get 2 papers to write, paper 1 and paper 2. So luckily I didn't perform so well in paper 1, but then paper 2 came to my saving at some point. And so the following day I remember telling one of my friends, the whole story, because she was the one who knew what was going on between us and all that. And so I told her, I was crying. I remember after we had our exams, we went to the fields, was the sport fields, and then we sat there, and then I told her the whole story and cried about it, guys. But it was hurtful, because I think from that day onwards, I've learned not to be considerate, at some point. Not in a bad way, but anything that involves me to the process. I actually learned Uguti, you shouldn't be considerate when it comes to dumping someone. If you feel right thinking this thing is not working, do it with immediate effect. And so yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in, and till next time, bye. I'm not sure if there's gonna be, maybe I might make another video depending on who babes next to me. And so yeah, but let's call it a day for now.